Alright, folks. I think we're live for some impromptu, supposed off day, second round of Pro Tour. Probably should have played this before Sunday evening, but the first round wasn't even that bad. I just gave up what could have been a really good score throughout the round. So I think I shot 3 over, which wasn't even that bad. But at one point I could have been like, I think 4 or 5 under through like that many holes. And a couple knee knocker putts that didn't go and whatnot kind of took me out of it. But I think even if we finish, even with something the same score, we'll probably end up getting some points, at least hopefully. Going to be a pretty abbreviated warm-up. Now we're just going to start doing it. Alright, I think all we're going to do, we're going to hit just a couple approach wedges, probably a couple pitching wedges, couple 8-irons, and then maybe like 3 drivers, if that, and then just do it. I was kind of waiting to come out here. I have something coming that FedEx is kind of messed up sometimes. It originally said it was going to be here yesterday, and then it said it was on the delivery vehicle for this morning, and it still hasn't come. I know today's Sunday, but I was kind of waiting because I saw that it was on the delivery vehicle. I got pretty excited. I mean, I guess it's still possible until maybe about 8 o'clock. It's just been cold and rainy all day. So I'm sure the delivery drivers are not begging for more deliveries on a day like today. This is going to be a rather laid-back round, while being somewhat of a, hopefully, quicker one. What's up, Foof? Big win. Well, I guess it wasn't a big win, but it was a good win from the Patriots today. I think they're shaping up. I know I'm going to say, well, I was going to say I'm going to say that they're the best team in the league no matter what, but that's not true. The last couple of years, they've absolutely sucked, but they're starting to look pretty good. I joke and I say Super Bowl. I'm not that delusional. I said at the beginning of this year, if they are if they have a chance to play in a wild card, like if they're a wild card team this year, after the last couple, it's a massive win. So anything wild card or better, I think it's a very successful season. And it seems like, as of right now, they're on their way towards that. I was watching some Red Zone before. Scott Hansen said Buffalo's playing on Monday, and if they happen to lose, because the Patriots have the head-to-head win, Patriots will be in first place in the AFC East. Mariners might actually make it to the World Series for the first time since they started. Really? I don't know. I don't watch baseball. I don't know any of that stuff. That'd be cool, just because I think the Red Sox are already out of it. If it's not the Red Sox, then I'd rather have someone like that who's never won it. 77. That'd be cool if they could do it. Honestly, I don't care. Baseball is a little too slow. But in terms of kind of the ultimate underdog story, honestly, I think that's probably good enough. That was an 8-iron. We carried it. A little bit toey, but carried it 155, 154. A couple drivers, and then we're just going to go right into it. Golfer says baseball slow. Touche. Touche. Yes, I still stand by that, though. The only reason why golf is watchable is because we all play golf. And this thing's starting to get a little lean to it. The only reason why golf is watchable, even debatably slower, they bounce around, which is nice. But golf is only watchable if it is slower or close to it, because that we play it and we can actually admire and like say, wow, look how good of a shot that was, kind of thing, because we actually do it. Point taken, though. I hear what you're saying. For me, it is football is definitely number one. At this point, golf, between like the majors and whatnot, the Ryder Cup, all that stuff, that's probably number two in terms of what I like to watch. Number three will be the Celtics. And then there's a pretty big fall off after that. I used to follow a lot more stuff, but at a certain point, we may, that was really low in the face, we may play kind of some drives like that today. Just not really swing that hard. I feel like I'm swinging at about, no, I just never, I get hockey and how physically intensive it is. They're basically sprinting on ice and all that stuff and how physical. I just never got into it. Maybe, I think, honestly, as crazy as it sounds, I think hockey may be too quick. It's like I've struggled watching where the dang puck is. Love playoff baseball. Every pitch is high intensity. You played D-Lud, though. You played baseball for a while. I played, like, Little League for, like, 2 years, and then it was pretty much soccer from there on out. If the Red Sox happen to make the World Series, I would likely watch a couple games. Definitely if it was like a Game 7 type of thing. And even maybe if the World Series, if it comes down to like a Game 7, maybe I'll put it on. It's just not my cup of tea. Pretty toey, but we're going to do it on that. Honestly, at this point, D-Lud, I thought maybe you'd be able to hop on. I don't know if you meant like later tonight or whatever, but today was one of those days. It's literally been raining. I don't know if you can hear it on the roof. Literally been cold and raining all day. I worked out at like 12:30 right before the Patriots game started at 1. And I've been kind of just like doing stuff on my computer, kind of chilling. And I wasn't planning on playing, but by the time like 4:30, 5 o'clock came around, I started to get that itch to play again. And then just so happens that I only did round 1, which I was saying at the beginning wasn't even that bad. I just had what could have been a really, really, really good round going, and a couple things didn't go my way, and I shot +3, which isn't even that bad, but we have this to tie up, so gonna have a couple lattes and go back and forth with you guys a little bit, see what we can do on round 2. Went from baseball to golf to bowling, back to baseball, back to bowling, now back to golf. Pick one, dude. Never wore a tin cup. You were a catcher. All right. Here we go again. From what I remember, this was like what could have been. What's up, Dankster? Dankster, you got round 2 of Pro Tour to play? And you're in your garage right now? By any chance? Muskoka? Yeah, so round 1, I could have been, coulda, shoulda, woulda. I get it. But I was a few lipped out putts from being like, I think it was like 4 under through 4 or 5 under through 5, somewhere along there. And then I just blew it up on the back 9. And I think I shot +3 round 1. But it's a gettable course. Sims and Shambles over a period of 20 years. You getting close? When was that? Was that last night with Big Dog when you said that you were taking a break? You have everything now or what? Turf delayed till tomorrow. Need a bigger ladder to mount the projector. You said you have pretty tall ceilings, right? So you probably have, I think I heard you say you have one of those extender mounts. COVID ruined it. COVID is a big reason why I play as much golf as I do. That's that's honestly pretty surprising. I just tried to swing easy and I hit it 160, almost 161 ball speed. That was supposed to be like a it was 900 backspin, but that was supposed to be like a 75% fairway finder. 14-foot tall slope, need a mounted block. Little giant ladder system. All right, well, I didn't even really look. So it looks like the wind it's gone from calm to breezy. I think we were normal. 12 stimp, normal. Sunday pins, 5 gimmies, and breezy. So really it's just breezy, and we have almost about 2% of help from elevation. Thought about getting back into baseball, not much adult league stuff here. I'm on to golf. Yeah, I mean, golfing and bowling. Honestly, I like tennis a lot. I never did it competitively or anything like that, but my grandma, I have a lot of good people, or a lot of people in my family that were good at tennis. She played tennis in college and then gave lessons as well. Way back in the day, but she was pretty good. I never played like competitive or anything, but I was always pretty decent at tennis. I wish there was something like that, like indoor, like a league around here or something. All right. We got about 83 up to 85. I'm going to hit a fuller 56. I nuked it. Spin. Oh well. Some of these like touch shots are going to be pretty interesting here at the beginning because you guys saw all the warm-up shots I hit. So the fact that I was even within about 10 yards on that, I think is a close to a win. Racquetball. I never played racquetball. Pickleball. Played men's league for like 15 years. Fast pitch, ex-college, semi-pro guys, Oklahoma. Racquetball's the one you got like you bounce it off the wall or whatever. $13. It's gonna come out left. Nothing for you to lean on. You'd always be better off, your ceilings that tall, you gotta be careful. Almost be better off like throwing up like a water bottle and tying like a harness to like the rafter and like use a pulley and like pull yourself up. No, that was a little aggressive. Dodgeball. Mission Impossible 12, mount the projector. All I know is I am really bad with heights. So even like I hear you saying at the top you have nothing to hold on to. Like when I get towards where the ladder is coming up past, I guess really like waist level to where I can like have something to lean on, or even like down here, I start getting a little wobbly. Like I'm not good with like gutters and cleaning out stuff and getting up on the roof type of stuff. I'm not good at that. So to me, personally, I'd rather hang from the ceiling with like a harness than climb up a ladder. This stupid course, though, for whatever reason, all these putts are ridiculous. Didn't roll any putts before, so what could go wrong? All right, that's a bogey. After a pretty good drive, too. Yeah, not pumped on breaking your neck, exactly. Does the square catch lob shot well? Do you mean, does it, what do you mean? VD cap. Do you mean, does it read it well? Yeah, the square is really good. The square can, if you have a certain shot, like stinger or whatever you're thinking, the square can pick up anything. .168, 162 to the front with the wind. I think it's just a smooth 8. Yeah, the problem is I'm not very good at flop shots, and I don't have very good ceiling protection, so I'm almost scared to do it, is my issue. Nothing to do with the square. I just don't hit them because I don't really have like a go-to shot. And when I was setting this up, I tried hitting a couple fuller swing, and they spun up the net into the ceiling, and then like went kind of haywire. So all right, funnel somehow. Not bad, not great. .25 playing 16. Golf is hard. I heard pickleball is fun. How'd it go, Murph? How'd Tom play? You said you may be in a slump. I mean, I think people play pickleball because it's a active, fun thing to do that requires less movement than tennis does. So a lot of somewhat older people like doing it because it's not as quite as intensive. So it's kind of one of those things where you can kind of play pickleball standing still, same as you can with golf. So you're just gonna have people playing it for like their entire life. I mean, we'll try that. I don't know. This thing may snap a ton, which it looks like it's going to. Honestly, I wish they had, like, I wouldn't even play this. If they had Pro Tour. Low juiced. If they had Pro Tour with like less points with the auto aim putting, I'd probably just play that instead. Trying to read these stupid greens. I don't disagree, Foof, but it was picking up. It was also picking up speed before COVID started too. It wasn't near as popular. It was around that time where it kind of blew up. But whether that was COVID or not, I don't know. Because they still have indoor places. I'm sure they shut those down. But top shot 77 in windy conditions. Iron's going to full club short. Need to dedicate some practice time. Geez, that's pretty impressive. Tom's a gamer. He had a heck of a round. We played Bogey's backyard after our match the other night. Wind's tough though. Speaking of off, that's 2 bogeys in a row. They weren't replacing them around here, Foof, but they were adding them. All you have to do is paint some extra lines, and you can just use the tennis ball or the tennis court as it is. He can play. Had 2 doubles on the back, or he would have been right there. So he shot 77 with 2 doubles. Oh, the same freaking spot as round 1. That was hit decent too. We were literally in the same exact spot. Round 1. It's very annoying sounding to hear if you were live. Oh yeah. I've heard that too. People in Florida, they always advise against buying a house near a pickleball court because all day you just hear just back and forth all day long for 8 hours a day. 4 birdies. I birdied the first, then basically doubles the whole front. Well, I mean, if it's anything like here, it's literally been raining and cold all day, Denko. So you weren't playing in the best conditions, it sounds like. All right, 116 out of the rough. Sit. I hit the number. Cold, wind, and rainy. I mean, you're braver than I am. Day like today, if I had a tee time, there is a 0% chance I'm showing up to that. I am 100% canceling. I don't know. I mean, Dangle, I don't know if you said I'll give you $50 to go play. Maybe if it was with you, I would. But like, someone that I play with a good amount, they say, hey, I'll give you $50 to come play out in this. No shot. You get everything soaked. You get to take everything out of your bag, wipe it all off. No way. I should have played this with Stice, man. I feel like This stupid course is the same as what he was saying with Bethpage. Everything's a little bit extra at Muskoka. I don't know. Hopefully it's close. Nope. Trending in the right direction, though. It was honestly a pretty good drive besides that stupid rock being there. And it was a pretty good second shot. Unlucky bounce. Have a tee time on Tuesday. It's supposed to be high of like 55, but clear. I mean, I can put up with cold. I mean, you guys stick around here throughout this winter. I'll be out here when it's literally 15, 20 degrees and I'll be playing. I can put up with cold. It's when you mix it with wet. Even warm, like I'd rather play in the like 30-degree weather than like even wet and warm. So if it was like raining when it was like 75, I still wouldn't even want to do that. Called as soon as the phone line opened up. It's crazy. C Drum sent me a picture this morning at like it was like 8:15 in the morning, and he sent me a picture on the practice green. It was just his footsteps. He was like personal course. So apparently, if you move to Kentucky, you just have no one else that wants to ever play golf, and you have the courses to yourself. He said he went to one course and warmed up for a little bit and hung out there, and then went to go play another course, and then had to stop after 9 because he had to go do something. But there was like no one there. And same thing around here, Foof. Like when I played with Danko and Craig when we went to Swansea, I literally had to do it like as it opened up 6 days before or whatever it was. Oh boy. I didn't feel that bad. That's 155. I don't know about that. That felt pretty good. I don't know about a 42 spin access to the right. Like club path was still into out. I don't think an open face does that. Maybe it does. It didn't feel that bad. $2 days in advance for weekdays. Tuesday's a discount day, though. That's one thing around here. It used to be COVID around here is really when I'll leave. I mean, we're not completely out of it, I don't think. I think we're going this way. But that wasn't great. I'm not going to lie and say that was good. There's so many trees, I can't even see where the heck we're going. Okay, so that was not where we're going. We're going over here. Go left of the green. I don't even know. I think we're going over this green to another green. I have no idea where we're going. We're 150 yards out, up 5 out of the deep rough. I mean, I'm gonna hit a 6 and just hopefully something happens. Okay. All right, at least we're going towards the right thing now. It's going to come out right. Really what we should be doing is going over there. But at this point, .115 with a cut. I'm going to try to cut a pitching wedge. Like a massive cut. I mean, kind of. Look how much backspin that had. Is that right? That was wide open. I tried to basically hit like a flop shot. I just didn't really cut. But that was 11,000 backspin with an open pitching wedge. If that's accurate. All right, hitting 4. .7 left. Probably hit this in the neighborhood of about 25. .26. This would actually be a pretty good bogey. Weather pretty chilly. It is. It's not that bad. Like I was kind of saying this the other day. It's not that bad, and I'll be out here when it's literally 20 degrees out, and I'll be wearing kind of similar stuff. I'm only wearing, though, like, these are pretty light layers. I would just rather, like right now I'm just comfortable. I don't need to be wearing a hat and like a super heavy shirt, but I'd rather err on the side of a little too warm and start to get a sweat than just being out here. Like, I could be out here in shorts and a t-shirt if I really wanted to, but it's just dumb. Whew. All right, playing bogey golf. That drive felt good too. Joe Legowski's leading Pro Tour, 22 under. Yeah, I know. There's honestly some people that do that, Foof. I think Big Dog did that over the winter. He would keep 1 or 2 in his pocket, and then he would switch them out to keep them warmer. I'm not that good to where that matters. Yeah, the warm clubs and the balls, they'll go a bit further and all that stuff, but unless that was just a joke, but there's something to that as well. Draw. All right, it's fine. Little easy bake oven. I mean, even Black Cloud is in here sometimes. Like, I just leave my clubs out here all winter. He brings them in, which I don't blame him. I didn't buy these new, but even used, they were still expensive. But you get a whole new bag kind of thing. You spend a couple grand. on new clubs. Definitely, it's not advisable, I would say, to leave them out here when it's close to freezing or below and then play with them. But it is what it is. They are metal. Just trying to decide. I'm probably going to hit a hybrid. I've been very erratic at best with that 3-wood. How cold does it get in the shed? Are you saying how cold does it get here, or how cold did it get for Big Dog? That's not great. Wow. What about the grips? Nah, the grips aren't bad. Honestly, the worst thing for grips is people that live in Florida and all summer long, leaving your clubs out there in the super hot, humid, brutal weather where it gets like garages down south could be up towards 110 plus degrees. That's what it just dries your grips out and kills them. From what I've been told. I keep them in here is what I'm saying. And there'll be times like you can go back to last winter. There'll be times here in the next like 2 months. I'll literally be out here when it's 20 degrees in the garage. Like I have a thermometer here. So that's how cold it gets. So we got 55 out of the deep rough, which would be another 10. And then it's into the wind. I mean, I'm going to hit like a 75-yard shot, maybe 70. We're going to lose a ton of spin, and we're a downslope, but okay. Oh, it definitely needed to be 75. That was 70, and it wasn't even close. I don't know if 75 gets there either. Eight. We'll give it another up to 12, 14. No, I was going to hit a flop shot, but we already have kind of a flop shot lie. Well, yeah, I mean, at a certain, I don't know if you find any grips. You're going to find very few grips that are 25 years old that aren't cracked. I pushed it. It's short. Well, starting to look like I probably shouldn't have played. It's always interesting, those days where like, I could play. I could just sit on the couch. And if it draws, it's fine. It'll funnel down there. 206 with the wind. Oh boy. I'm trying to shut down my stance a little bit so I don't have to swing as hard. And it's 12. That was 13 degrees into out. I think we've entered the period where I'm going to stop aiming because it won't matter that much. Let's hit it about 50 and see what happens. $41. I mean, that's kind of flop shot territory. What's up, Micro? At what point do you consider it a flop shot? That was almost 40 VLA. I don't know what territory in the VLA you need to get to consider a flop shot. That one I don't really care what the score is now at this point. That shot there, I just kind of opened up and see what I could do. I actually hit that halfway decent for a flop shot. Just a little bit too much, but I basically tried to hit, and it looked like to me and felt like a flop shot. But I don't know. Big Dog can hit like 60 VLA, so. I mean, it's really not moving, but it's going to do something because it's so far downhill. I don't think I can give up the cup. I think it's got to be. Because, like, the dots are moving, but they just stop. No! Saw Big Dog playing with Triple Bogey last night since he was playing against me. I guess he wasn't cheating on you. No. I don't have I don't have exclusive access to Big Dog. Big Dog is, I partnered up with C-Drum. I was doing it with Flying Fat Kid for the auto putt. I was doing it with Flying Fat Kid for a while, but we haven't played in like 2 months. So last week I partnered up. The partners switch up every season, so you have to redo them. I partnered up with C-Drum, and Big Dog is, he partnered up with Triple Bogey, which is cool. Which, technically, me and C-Drum beat him last week, so. But no, me and Big Dog played last night. We actually played really well. We shot 17. What's up, Whiskey Rich? We shot 17, which is tied for the lead, but because we had such a good front nine, we're in 4th place, even though we shot the same score as the leader. We went 10 under on the front nine. We had 8 birdies and 1 eagle, if I'm not mistaken. But Big Dog plays with a lot of people. That guy plays a ton of rounds every single week. I'm actually not hitting it. Speed-wise, terrible. I already had one that was 160. That wasn't far from it. It's just it's all over the place. 147 out of the rough. Whiskey Rich, you try out that mic yet? I don't have those. But from what I've heard and from what I can hear from them, those Hollyland mics are awesome. I think this is just kind of a smooth 8-iron. We're out of the rough, but it's going to take some spin off, and we have basically a 10-mile-an-hour wind to our back. So it's like 150. which I think I need to land at about there. $151. Come on. I'll take it. That was pretty much exactly what we wanted to do. And we are going to putt this because these downhill ones are basically impossible to stop. It's going to come out left. Maybe? 21 playing 11. We'll try it. They're good. Use it on my wife's camera. We're on vacation this weekend. We'll be using it for next match. 100,000%. Thanks for the advice. No problem. I mean, I don't have them, but they're like the #1 rated ones on Amazon for a reason. And usually, I had a family friend get them. Anyone that asks me, and they say like, if like, they're not crazy expensive, but they're not the cheapest ones on Amazon. If you're basically like, I want something that sounds really good, works well, and like won't break the bank, but maybe a little bit more premium, those are the ones that I tell people to get. Like you can buy them for $10 on Amazon, but for some of those or most of those, you get what you pay for. That is nasty. I thought that was a pretty good putt. All right. 6 over through 7. Even though this is kind of a I really don't care what happens type of round, I still think I may get some points, even if I just play bogey golf, possibly. Oh, I almost missed the ball. How that was 151 ball speed? Well, turns out, if I wasn't dying to play, I probably shouldn't have played. Brady time, what's up, big dog? Members bounce, what's up, Colt? That was horrendous. I was saying, you guys are just popping in. Appreciate you tuning in. This was I worked out earlier. Today was going to be an off day and a rest day. And by the time like 4:30, 5 o'clock came around, I started to get that itch. I actually played, me and Big Dog played really, really well yesterday. That was probably the best I've seen him play. But I played halfway decent too, so I was like, maybe I'll go play. We'll see what happens. And turns out I shouldn't have played. But you never know. Could have a crazy back nine. This was the round earlier where I ended up shooting 3 over the first round, which wasn't even that bad. But I could have and should have, from like burned edges, been It was like 4 under through 4 or 5 under through 5 kind of thing. And I just crumbled. Kind of missed it, but not horrendous. 65 up to 72. Out of the rough, into the wind. Not terrible. Swing feels off. Jeez, these putts. This course sucks. These greens, the course is actually really nice. These greens suck. Who is this? T squared? Come on, T squared. I mean, I have no idea. I was struggling with these last night, Big Dog, if you're still watching. Lately, these knee knockers, this is what really did me in. These knee knockers, I just have no idea where to aim anymore. It's uphill. I think it's 12 stimp. It's breaking a ton. 12 stimp. I don't know. This may be way too much. It may be not even close to enough. Not enough. Not really a driver hole, but when you're already 6 over. Just criminal. 160 ball speed, that felt so good. And it was just toey. 500 backspin, negative 65 spin access. Where's his place at? Muskoka Bay? I don't know. If you buy a computer or something, foof, look it up on the website. It'll tell you where it is. I don't remember. There's so many courses now and so many that come out and so many that we play. They all kind of just blend together. All right. We're going to play it a little bit safer. 137 up to 146 into the wind. I think it's another one of those flighted 3/4 8 irons. Nasty slider. Canada. Go. Never mind, sit. Those sliders, They are what they are because like it was could have been a birdie. What really the most unfortunate part is, and the most frustrating part is, you can hit some decent shots up into there to give yourself a birdie look like that, and then you miss it, and it was like all that for nothing. I think that's really where it hurts. This one, I have really no expectations, so I'd be happy with a par. But some of those short ones, you set yourself up the entire hole to be able to do that, and then 90 miles north of Toronto for 90 minutes. Tough change in stimp. I'm cutting wood. It's cold here today, too. Pats and Niners. Oh, Pats win, Niners lose, all good in Boston. Gravenhurst, Ontario, Canada. Yeah, another, I said it earlier, toast. Not necessarily a big win for the Patriots, but it was a good win. If, as crazy as it sounds, if Buffalo loses tomorrow night on Monday Night Football, the Patriots are in first place in the AFC East. I don't know where these are going. I'm just going to hit it straight. 21. This is very much so not dialed in trying to score golf. All right, 6 under, back 9. I mean, when you're 6 over, you gotta kind of take the hero line, right? Kick right. Thank you, Hill. As Craig would say there, it's a damn hill ball, man. I gotta get that root ball audio from the video into the soundboard one of these days. Problem is I'm out of clips, or I'm out of spaces for clips, so now I gotta start deleting some to be able to add new ones, which I don't love doing. 139 out of the rough into the wind. Simmer. All right. Let's misread another putt. Get out of here with a par. Seven, 14, 21, playing 17. Pets are a force. They're my pick for the AFC. I think you're saying Vrabel's badass. I agree. I love Vrabel. Vrabel was a badass when he played. He was also a badass. People don't realize. Good God. People don't realize that Brady's last game as a Patriot was against Vrabel and the Titans, and they lost at home. I believe he threw a pick six to end it too, or close to it. But people like Vrabel obviously was a New England guy, caught those passes in the Super Bowl, all that stuff. I think he's one of like the only players to have a sack and a touchdown in a Super Bowl or something. But Vrabel's a beast, and I think people in New England maybe know a little bit more than maybe what the average nationwide audience sees. Maybe they just see he's like a gritty kind of coach, but all right. 162 down 6. I said it earlier, and I've been saying it before the season started, that if they are a wild card team, they don't even need to win their wild card. If they're in a wild card position, like a playing game or better, by the time the end of the season comes around, it's a massive success for them. Based on how bad this team has been for the past couple of years, that was my barometer and bar for a really good year. So honestly, anything else besides that, or happens to be on top of that, is just kind of like icing on the cake. Vrabel, yeah, I mean, he's massive. But that doesn't mean quite as much when you're a coach. He's smart, though. Like, I don't know if you were watching. Like, I watched almost all just primarily that. But at the end of the game, he challenged a play for a big pass that they got, and they got a first down. And they initially called him out of bounds after reviewing if it was a catch or not. And then on top of that, he challenged and said he was down in bounds. So they were able to have the clock roll, take it down to the 2-minute warning. It was 1st and 10 after the 2-minute warning, and they immediately went into victory formation. And he had another one because he won one before. So it's stuff like that where he's also very, very, very strategic. I towed it. Come on, Win, push it. I mean, this putt is just ridiculous. How much this thing snaps at the beginning? Who knows? All right, it was probably a edge of the circle putt. 7-6. Whoa. Thank God that went. All right, par 5. Time to hit a good drive. Get a stroke back. What would Big Dog do? WWBD. Back door's open. The Pats have now, like the Lions have as a coach, get after every player's ass, like Lombardi. Don't get me wrong. It's definitely, I think it's only a positive when you heard him during training camp where there was like a scruff that broke out on the field and he's in there and like had like his face scratched because he like jumped in the middle of it and he's out there like doing hidden drills and stuff. I think that's awesome. Is it required? No. But would I rather have that than not have it? Yes. All right, it's fine. Thought I may have overdone it. Brady Eagle Super Chat. Your money's probably safety led. Although, that was rather toey. It was a low toe, but it's seemingly going to work out. Just as long as I don't hook this thing into the water. Casual 306. And honestly, it felt pretty bad. It was just low toe. So the ball speed was still like, I'm swinging it actually pretty good. Maybe I should have just done speed training tonight instead of like trying to play. It probably would have been a better play. But I'm swinging like pretty easy and I'm hovering around 160. It was a bit spinny. It just wasn't great contact. All right, we'll see what happens with the old L hybrid. I towed it. That's gone. Oh, it's over. Am I going to be able to play this? $56 into the wind. Told you your money was safe, D-Wood. Never know, though. I have been dubbed the best deep rough player in the world by more than one person, so we'll see what happens. Probably up another 11. 67, 69. That's too much. Not bad, though. Row across the river and play your shot. Kind of cool that I was actually able to play that. After all that, now we have a birdie putt. But yeah, obviously in real life, you're not driving all the way up here to the green, and then you probably can't even drive over here. So walking all the way over there and then back to go hit it. Nine-footer. Can't get one. Can't get one. I guess to piggyback on what I was saying before, I feel like I hit some pretty bad shots and then I pull some absolutely like miracle shots out of my behind. I go and putt like that, so it just doesn't even matter. I think that's really what's the kick in the you know what. Because I'm able to escape sometimes and then just not be able to capitalize on it, which kind of sucks. That could be trouble. Get through it. Oh, we almost hit another rock. Hit it hard again. It's almost 160. I guess it's just my wrist timing up the hands. Those aren't bad numbers in terms of if the club path is even within like half a degree being close. 2 degrees into out, it's not bad. It's just saying face is shut. Didn't really feel like it, but I guess it's just timing up the release. What's up, Shaking Birdies? Tell you what, Shaking Birdies, if we ever play, tonight would have been a good night for you. You probably could have beat me tonight. So it's 116, it's down 11, 105, and then it's another 20. At least because of the deep rough, and it's on a downslope. I'm just going to hit a full approach wedge pretty hard, and we'll see what happens here. You got back from playing around? How'd it go? How often do you, I know you've only kind of just got the sim. How often do you usually play on course? Over the past like 1 to 3 years? How often do you say you play outside? Oh, man. I hit that really good. That's just the wrong club. $15 or $16. We're on an upslope. We'll give it another 8. Up to 24. Upslope. Up to about 26. And it's going to land soft. So probably 22, 23, 24. Not 28. Oh, no! Maybe 28. No, how does that not drop? Went surprisingly well. Just started back playing golf about 4 months ago. Oh, nice. Hell yeah. I mean, I was just curious. You've been practicing, so obviously, like logically, it won't be better every single time you play, but you've been practicing inside, so that's not a I always say it's impossible to get worse if you just keep playing. We're going to replay that. That was kind of brutal. I mean, one hop before the cup landed pretty soft into the pin, and it doesn't drop. I thought that was in. Oh well. This is my backward start. I wasn't trying to kill the ball. My shots were better, went further than normal. Isn't that crazy? Game of opposites. Now if I go to tip store, 12 to 13 stimp. Don't rain on my parade, big dog. I'm just trying to keep the amount of inside dumpage that's going on around here. It's kind of funny. You're seeing it right here, too. What's up, Lil Golfy? Kind of funny, Shaking Birdies. You're seeing kind of the same thing. Like, I'm really just swinging, like, what I feel like is pretty easy on these, and they're going, in terms of ball speed, I haven't been making very good contact, but ball speed, they're going as far, if not further, than when I'm really trying to, like, step on it. As much as I like to think I can kind of, like, brute force it and just swing harder, it doesn't really work. That was not great. 230 to 70 driver straight. That's a bomb. Back to chopping wood. Are you? What are you? Are you? Are you not? You have like today off or something, big dog? I figured you were working. We could have played. You probably already done this, but wow, that's gonna come out 17 degrees left, which is a boatload. I'm gonna aim there and hit hybrid. See what happens. Don't get stuck behind that. I actually hit that halfway decent. 5.3 up. However, that's up 8 yards. I don't know if I'm clearing that. Oh no, I was hitting the tree. Never mind. We're good. That's only 8 feet up. That should be fine, I think. 152 out of the rough. I should just be able to hit. Hit an 8, I think. Man. Oh, come on now.
The big dog tipped $5 New Zealand through Super Chat. Life in golf is a struggle. Power through.
Thanks, big dog. You're the man. Thanks for the sage wisdom. We're battling. Appreciate you, big dog. And for the remainder few holes here, we will go ad-free courtesy of Mr. Tiny Dog, who, with the warmer weather, is becoming a slightly bigger dog, I must say. Okay. 18 down to 14. No AI in that one. I could teach you a thing or two. I was watching some of that back earlier. Even you said it. You called it out. You're like, hey, at least that's nice and positive. I don't mind those. They're always nice. They're funny. I think it's a real person that picked out a style and now he's putting it into AI to say, give me a similar style of like these like interwebs and like interstellar and all these big words that he uses. Played a course mostly. Something about change your game. Yeah, I mean, I feel like people. I guess I don't know. I guess I've kind of already done that, and I've already seen improvement from it. I find it sometimes odd when people are so surprised by their own improvement when they dedicate hours, sometimes countless hours a week of like doing something. I get you haven't done it before, so I've been there and like you need to shoot a score first to be able to know you can shoot the score kind of thing. But it should be expected. I know some of us get in slumps. I've been in slumps, but as much as we all play, it should be expected that we're going to keep getting better. Probably hit that too hard. Never mind. Caw-caw! Let's go, big dog. Caw-caw! First one today, I think, right? That's what happens when I don't warm up. No dissing on Jay. All about the 1% gains. I'm with you. It just sucks when you know my frustration and like when I seemingly like are complaining and whatnot. It comes though from knowing that I'm capable of playing so much better than I currently am. So I get frustrated why I'm trying to play well and I know I'm capable of playing well, but I can't do it. I know that's just natural and everyone has that, but the same way as like the 1% gains and like we should all expect to get better. I know I can't expect to play well every time, but
D-Lude Golf tip $2 through Super Chat. Birdie time. Good
thanks,
putt.
D-Lud. Caw. The first one, I mean, that scorecard. Hindsight should have, appreciate you, D-Lud. Hindsight should have spent a couple extra minutes on the old driving range, but what are you going to do? All right, D-Lud. 160 ball speed. This one's for you. Jesus. It's like flying fat kid golf. I hit 160. Hope you're happy, D-Lud. I'm just kidding. I appreciate the super chat. It's going to come out left. The question is, do I go at this tree and know I'm going to miss it left? Probably, right? Or do I go way over here? Try to hook it around. All right, we're doing that, and we're just going to hammer hybrid out of here. Okay, we're just going to hammer hybrid out of here. Now we have 17 degrees left. I mean, is there a good way? Big Dog, you're kind of a GSPro aficionado. You too, D-Lud. How do I measure 17 degrees left? Is there a good way to figure out how to thread this through? What about that? Maybe that with a draw? Well, it's out. Just think D-Lud's $2 almost the same as Big Dog's $5 New Zealand. 17 meters, right? Thanks, that helps, Big Dog. Start telling me how much I need to hit it in kilometers per hour instead of miles per hour too, and that would be helpful. Yeah, I don't know what the conversion rate is, Steven, but Big Dog says it's not great. Probably, I don't know if it's quite half. I would say probably $5 is probably $3 here, maybe. It doesn't matter anyways, though, because YouTube and everyone else, if you're on an iPhone or anything else, all that takes a cut anyways, so the conversion rate kind of is what it is. In any event, I appreciate you, Big Dog, for your New Zealand dollars. $0.60 to the dollar. It was from your PC. Does that help? It does help. So it's my understanding. We were kind of talking about this a little bit the other day. It's my understanding if you're on an iPhone, no matter what you do on an iPhone, like if you buy anything through an app on your phone, for most things, I think, not something like directly like Amazon, but as far as YouTube goes, as far as I know, Apple takes go. Try to take a little off the pitching wedge. I could have just hit it full. Canadian money was useless. 60 cents before the tariff. Surprised to see you playing Ben last night. A hand covered in band-aids. That should not. I agree with you, Steven. He probably shouldn't be playing, but Big Dog is just a maniac, and he was playing. He like broke ribs. Like how long ago was that, Big Dog? That wasn't even that long ago. You like broke ribs and you like messed up your shoulder playing soccer pretty bad. And I was like, all right, so Big Dog's gonna be out for a couple weeks. And he was like, no, we're playing this week. Like, well, Big Dog, we can just like take the week off. Like, don't make your injury worse. And like, no, we're playing. So if that says anything, it tells you Big Dog plays a lot and he'll play through pretty much anything. So his having his little finger hurt, that's definitely not going to stop him. I don't know. We'll go with that. It's way short. I got to hit some putts. I was doing this the other night with Rich. Like, that's not even close. There was one the other night I left like 2/3 of the way short. Yikes. If I get points for this, I honestly don't deserve it. They changed recently how they do the World Golf Ranking points. I do not deserve points. I was also thinking, I don't know how Big Dog would feel about this, but I think it would be pretty cool if they implemented a little bit of a feature to where you can, maybe instead of a super chat, you can send people World Golf Ranking points. So I think it would be cool if old Chad Cook implemented a little bit of a Venmo system with the World Golf Ranking points. So me and Big Dog could send some WGR points back and forth to each other. At this point, Big Dog's got more than he knows what to do with. Can't give some to Rory. Reality check for all golfers. Before I go back to work, your SGT and real golf handicap are based on your best 8 out of 20. That means over 50% of the time. 100%. 100%, Big Dog. 100%. That's why golf is so fun, because you can, I was thinking about this earlier, you can literally have a golfer, or you could have two golfers that are within 5 handicap points away from each other. So either like a 5 and a 10 or a 10 and a 15 or like scratch and a 5. You get the point. Because what you're saying, Big Dog, is the case, 8 out of 20. If you're within about 5 strokes on a handicap, Yeah, if you play 20 times, that would show up. But if you're playing once or twice, it's a toss-up. Like, someone can have a really good day, someone can have a really bad day. Which is why golf is fun. Just because you have a lower handicap does not mean, which is another way of what Big Dog's saying, it does not mean that you're just going to score well every time no matter what. Run. It's got no spin on it. Golf is brutal. Learn resilience like nothing else. Sometimes I wonder. It's definitely resilience, don't get me wrong. The question is it more of an addiction than it is resilience? Obviously, it's both. But sometimes I wonder how much of it is like the golf bug. I will say, I'm playing like crap, but it is more enjoyable having a couple of lattes and not really caring what you shoot. Band-aids for calluses. More prevention than anything else. Gotta wear protection, big dog. Gotta wear protection. This wind's gonna catch it. Just like life. Hanging out with family playing golf. Not answering that one. Depends when. It's not all or nothing. Life is about moderation. There's not a whole lot of black and white in the world besides the fact that it's pretty black and white. I'm a better golfer than Big Dog. Besides that, there's not a ton of black and white. Oh, I scolded it. The fact that still went 130 off the Hosel is honestly kind of impressive. Bounce. Especially when I done it from the inside. I gotta go back. I was trying to tell Rich and Tom and Ebone the other night what you said, but I couldn't remember exactly what you said. Whatever you sent in that first message was just gold. 15, we'll give it another 7 or 8. 22 up to about 25. Wow, they launched way up in the air. These greens just suck. Look how fast these first 2 dots are moving. First 3. That was also a brain fart on that one. Totally badass. I mean, it's a 0-0 HOA. 2 holes left. And I don't need driver. This wind's going to push it. It's kind of a sucker pin anyways. I'm going to go bottle cap, 5 iron. Try to just get something over the water. Oh, I towed it. Where is this thing going? Okay. 65 playing 62. What do we think about that? Live stream in 4.5 hours. Sounds good, big dog. What time is it now? 8 o'clock. Well, maybe I'll be up. That's going to be about midnight. I'm actually already surprised it's 8. I was going to play this quicker so I could shower and watch Sunday Night Football, but Irish lattes? Miller lattes. Miller lattes. It's his official, like YouTube slash. It's at, like the at symbol, the big dog NZ, if I'm not mistaken. If you want to find it, Steven, all of our other scrambles, I don't know if I remember to do the last one we did last night, but if you go back like 2 scrambles ago that we did, I link his channel every single time down in the comments, so you should be able to find it. But if you just type in like all one word, the big dog, and then space GSPro, you should be able to find him. He's got that same bulldog logo. All right, 1 hole left. Let's hit driver hard. 160 ball speed. I really want to like this course too. If it's Miller, it's going to be high life. Nah, I really, at this point in my life, I very, 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 very rarely drink any hard alcohol. And if I'm going to drink, it's either like an IPA, if I'm out somewhere, like a nice IPA. But if it's like buying beer around here, just to like have like in the fridge kind of thing, it's going to be Miller Lite. Like, they're not going to destroy you. You can kind of pace yourself. They're cheap, and they're only 96 calories each. So, and they taste pretty good. In my opinion, they are by far the best tasting light beer. But that's just me. Drink whatever in the fridge. Me too. The problem is, though, I'm the one that goes to buy and replenish the fridge. So, addicted to golf and lifting weights my whole life. I mean, worst things to be addicted to, right, Toast? Coors Light. You got a free rack. Well, it was a 160 and it didn't draw. I am willing, though. I am willing to die on the hill that Miller Lattes are the best tasting light beer. I'm willing to die on that hill. It's not Coors. It's not Bud Light. It's not Natty Light. It's not Corona. Oh, Corona, I don't even know. Corona's a little more premium. I don't know if that's in the same category. Close enough to the coast to be affected by the nor'easter? No, I was seeing. The answer is no. It's been raining all day. It's been cold and windy. So that's what we're getting here. But I did see they were having some issues in like North Carolina. But no, nothing. I'm not that close. The worst I'll get even if like a hurricane hits like directly, I'm decently inland, so it'll just be strong winds and rain. There won't be anything crazy. However, though, if you have that kind of stuff, it brings a ton of rain, so there could just be like flooding from all the rain kind of stuff. It was a tip I got for a job from a nice lady, 30-pack Coors Light, really? Or in the neighbor's fridge. Big Dog's drinking those hard lemonades over there. All right, back to civilization. I think I'm looking for about 110. 106. Oh, look at the wind pushing it. Not bad. Big Dog needs some of those cut things, FFK drinks, cut waters. Pick her lock, help her get back into the house. You locked yourself out, gave me a free bottle of Huckleberry vodka. $13, $15 playing $13. Brandy rum is the nectar. That's your preferred drink, Big Dog? I don't even know. I want to like tequila because it's allegedly, a lot of people say, like, with the agave and everything else, it's more of an upper than a downer. It's like the only alcohol and the hangovers aren't as bad. But if I'm walking into a bar, my drink order is probably like a rum and coke. Is probably what I'm getting. Red Bull vodka too for a little bit of that energy isn't bad. I forgot there was something a couple years ago. It was like they had a crazy name for it. It was basically like cranberry, Red Bull, and vodka. There was a name for it. Those are pretty good. 13. I mean, I pushed at 0.1. That was pretty good speed. There you have it. Anyone on Pro Tour that has finished this week, congratulations, because you just moved up a spot. 81. 9 over. 1 birdie after Big Dog and D-Lud sent super chats. 9 pars, 1 birdie, 6 bogeys, 2 doubles, 306, 283, 158, 160. Honestly, though, I only hit 4 out of 14 fairways, but ball speed wasn't bad. Like, to average 158, I was up there, which is kind of surprising because I was swinging easy. 8 out of 18 greens in regulation, hour and a half on the gameplay. What I want to do is just hit a couple balls real quick on the range. And I do need to... After I hit a couple balls, I got to close it out pretty quick because I got to record a video for tomorrow. And sometimes I take like 10 to 15 minutes to say bye. And then by the time I go and try to record a video, I'm all like tightened up again. So any final comments, questions, or concerns, put them in now. But I appreciate you guys tuning in following along. Havana Club is the best rum, which you can still bring back from Mexico. Bundaberg rum. I was by no means, was or am a rum aficionado. It's kind of just whatever is halfway decent and is pretty potent kind of thing. Cuban rum. Wish they had ended the soup embargo. Trying to like slow down and load up a bit more. That was 162. Problem is with this shaft too, when I swing harder, this thing kicks a good amount more than my hazardous. I have two of those hazardous black shafts. One of them was either 60 or 65. I think it was 60 grams, and the other one was 70 grams. And those things are like pieces of rebar. This Tensai AV Blue, it's 75 grams, which is heavy, and it's extra stiff, but it's mid-launch and mid-spin instead of that old hazardous that I used to use was low launch, low spin, and there's a different kick point, and it kicks a lot more to where you kind of need to time it than the when I would really get aggressive with the hazardous, it would stay with me. Yeah, extra stiff on all three. This is extra stiff, and the two hazardous that I have are also extra stiff. I may start turning this thing back down. I've played this thing with it all over the place. Currently, for the past probably week and a half, it's playing 2 clicks up from standard. So 1 lower from higher. So it's probably in the neighborhood of about 9.5, 9.75 on the loft. It's an 8-degree driver. Clean my insides out with moonshine. Bailey's mother milk. Vodka and ground pepper. Kill everything. Big Dog says he rarely drinks. White Russians, I don't mind those. You can only have like one of them. Or like a mudslide. Mudslides are pretty good. Espresso martinis. Those are kind of like... We're just dumping it inside, Big Dog. We're dumping it inside. The speed's not even bad, and I'm not even swinging that hard. Just for the sake of it. I've been wanting to do this anyways. I've been hitting it halfway decent with this thing turned up, but we're turning this thing back down, and we're going to see what happens. I hit it the best of my life when I had the Sim 2. It was also 8 degrees, and it was turned down to 6. And there was like probably a month or two there where I hit driver the best of my life. and there's no reason why I can't do that again. Grasshoppers. Micro and Big Dog having a reunion. All right, Big Dog, we're going to see here. We're going from like 9.5, 9.75. We'll go one up from lower. So this is probably playing about 6.5. Careful. I mean, I can always put it back, but I almost wonder too. I may try it, putting that hazardous shaft in here with the new head and trying that combo. I do. The thing is, on days where I don't have like full pop, where I have that extra gear, this shaft is really good. But on days that I do, when I'm really trying to hit it hard, like right now, it kicks more, so it's harder to time up. So it's like it needs to be, depending on how strong I feel, I guess, playing before. How do I score the club face consistently? Trying a new into out swing path, hard to keep consistent club face. Don't need more little houses running around. Learn to micro. I do not control the club face. I would say I don't control it very well, hence what you've been seeing. But I don't know. Big Dog is probably a better person to ask, because I need some advice too. I mean, I don't hate that though. I know, so going down this low, that's what I get. Lower spin, but ball speed ticked up. It's still in the fairway. It wasn't hit particularly great, but it's 159 ball speed. It carried 262. It's only 1,500 spin, but it rolled out 30 yards. And I like having my miss be left. I love having the face. I love having the face open at address. You see the difference in the ball flight now too with this loft? How my VLA, I feel like I hit those two both halfway decent. My VLA is so much lower and the ball flight so much flatter. All right, so that was either a misread or that was a really good shot. I want to err on the side of that was probably a good shot, but I don't know. 0 side spin. It's not impossible, but that's pretty rare. It did feel pretty good, and I hit it with 160, so I squared it up pretty good. And that's 2,200 playing down lower loft with 280 carry. Be great for a declined fairway. You mean like going downhill? I mean, you can manipulate that though. Bailey's Irish Cream Liqueur Whiskey. I do like an Irish coffee, kind of similar to that. I healed it. Big Dog's tip is don't text and drive. I am really happy that the crown on this QI10 is carbon. There's been a couple of those. Any other driver, if that's like paint up top, that would have been a Skymark. The fact that it's carbon up top, I absolutely love because carbon's so durable. That was probably half, 3/4 of the way off the crown. All right, maybe this is just a touch too low. We'll go up one click. Irish coffee is just whiskey and coffee. Like it better than. Yeah, I mean the those actual cream things, they're just all sugar. But yeah, don't drink and drive. I'll agree with half of that, Foof. All right, so this is one click towards lower than standard. So it's probably playing 7.25-ish. Tell my driving range I had own balls. Taking pieces off the cover. I mean, that just depends on your wedges. You can do that with if it's a new ball or old ball. Man, it is absolutely pouring outside. Wilson Limited. I don't know on some of these. That one felt really good. To only have 900 spin. I mean, I guess on course, maybe you want to be able to tell. Because if that's actually what that did, even if it only carried 250, it would just came out lower. And if that actually rolled out, if this was all the same and it rolled out to 297, you would just walk up to it on course and say, wow, I hit that one good. And you wouldn't even care. I just don't know. That one felt really good to only have 900 backspin on it. Used to have a 9-hole par 3 course. So land just 8 holes. Let you go around twice. Do you think they make more money from a driving range or a 9-hole par 3 course? About the same land utilization. I mean, I get what you're saying. I think you still need a lot more room for a 9-hole par 3. But in terms of money, I think the question is what the profit is with both of them. I think you probably make a lot more money with a par 3, but it also costs a lot more to run it and maintain it. The driving range, you probably don't make as much, but it costs next to nothing to maintain it. So at the end of the day, I bet the par 3 makes more money top line, but I bet bottom line in terms of like actual profit, driving range probably wins if I had to guess. Used to be able to hit balls into the lake. They're the only one. Lots of places in town with indoor sims. Yeah, indoor sims though, as great as they are, sliced it. There's really nothing. The actual courses for how expensive they are, in my opinion, will take a hit with me being able to do stuff like this. Driving range too, but I think driving ranges will always be there because as fun as this is and as good as work as this is, and it gives you all the numbers, seeing the actual ball fly outside is a different thing. Ban the drivers. Sometimes I wonder if I would benefit from some fatter grips to slow my hands down more, and I could feel like pretty much I could just release the club as hard as I want to, and the fatter grips would prevent it from closing. It's like right now, for whatever reason, my hands are quicker tonight, so everything is turning over too much, and I'm like trying to slow them down. And between that and like opening the face and adjusting my grip, like the club face is like, I'm lining up to these, the club face is like wide open. Like it's 5.8. I know that's swing path, but I hit up on the ball so much it just gets no spin on it. Yeah, I know you can get fit and I know you can do all that stuff. The problem is, will it actually make that much of a difference? Because it's not exactly cheap to go do it. Especially if you're buying nice jumbo maxes, those are expensive. Even if you're buying clubs or even if you're buying grips that are $10 a piece. If you're doing your whole bag, I guess besides your putter, that's still $130. So it's not like it's nothing. And that's if you do it yourself. Irons Trail Effortless. Even $4, you get the point. That's not bad, but if you're doing a bunch of clubs, it adds up pretty quick. But all right, I'm out of here. I'm starting to get tired. I hit a couple good ones. I'm just gonna record a video quick for tomorrow. So appreciate you guys tuning in. Really appreciate those of you that were kind enough to send a super chat. I'm out of here. I always spend like 20 minutes saying goodbye. So I said a little while ago if you had anything important to say. I'm out of here. I'll see you guys on the next one. Probably be out here most likely sometime tomorrow. And I think I have something getting delivered that I'm excited about. So we shall see. But catch you guys in the next one. I'm out.